everyone, it's Andrew from Craps Down Under here. Just wanted to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. Just realised we've got 500 subscribers, hence the purple chip there signifying 500. So I appreciate everyone who's been following what I've been doing here on Craps Down Under, and it's great having people who provide feedback and watch some of the videos and develop those ideas further on even on other channels. So I really enjoy the community that exists around craps. So yeah, it's quite good. So today going to do a comparison. I've seen a few people taking the positive progression videos that I did, and they've taken those and tweaked them and made variations, and it's awesome seeing people take the idea and run with it and tune it. One of the ones I noticed the other day was John on Pro Craps. He did a 2-3-4. So I'm going to pit the 2-3-4 against a 2-3-1. So 2-3-1, we're actually going to go down instead of up, and this will lock in more profit on our second hit. Well, that's the idea. So you're not going to make as big a win, but you should be able to get 2 hits far easier than you'll get 3. And that's the general idea, is to lock in nice wins on those 2 hits. So we'll start at now we've got a $1,000 bankroll, so we're going to start at with $1,000 bankroll at $100 level. So our bet is actually $50 for both players. It's a $50 unit. 2 units, it's $100. So we're just going to pick the don't, and I'll just stay on the don't for this session, for good or bad. You can swap backwards and forwards and follow the trends of the table and do things like that, but I don't really want to distract from just showing how this different progression performs versus the 2-3-4. So we've got a 9 on the come out, so 9's the point. And as we go through it, I'll explain how the win and the risk and all the rest of it, how that kind of works. That's a yo. 8. And we hit our 9, so bad start. Both players lose their 100. So they come up with another 100. Shooter made their point. Push, the evil push, and they are evil, as John was discussing on his channel, and I've written about this elsewhere plenty of times. The push just means you've got to go through this hell roll another time. So it literally gives the house another chance, another 8-3 against you. So when you see a push, a 12, you just see, oh, I've just got another disadvantage, which is 8-3 against me. Like that's a pretty horrible disadvantage, right? And that's what you've just got by getting a 12. That's pretty bad. We're on that 9 again. 8, 5, 8, 10, 3, and there's our 7. Alright, so both players get $100. Both players go up to 150, they go up a unit. They rack a unit. So by racking a unit, you've now taken your risk down to $50. So let's see how we go. On the 9 again. And we've got a 7. Quick 7 out. We don't mind that. We don't mind that quick 7 out. We'll take those every day of the week. Alright, it's $150. So where's the difference? This is where they differ. It's this second, whoops. Sorry, knocking over chips here. Gosh, I'm getting hung up on my stick. I knocked it and it knocked all my chips over. So anyway, alright, let's get back into it. Where were we? So both players are going to go, so they've won their second level, And what happens is on this one, the 2, 3, 4, so that's 3 units, 150 is 3 units. He basically will take back the greens and we'll leave the blacks. So now he's putting 200, that's 4 units on the felt. Take that back in our rack. So that's 1 unit is the remainder of our bankroll, and 1 unit is profit. So he's got 1 unit of profit for the risk that he's taken. Now he's taken $100 risk on the first roll and $50 risk on the second roll. So effectively it's $150 worth of risk that you've taken, but you've only banked $50. So it's not a great reward for the risk, given that you've only got a 1 in 8 chance of getting 3 rolls. It's a little bit, it's a tiny bit worse than that, but it's close enough. This guy, what's he going to do? Well, he's going to take it all back. He's going to pretty much take theirs. He's the other half of his bet. So that's back into the rack. This is his profit, $200. So he's locked up $200 of profit. Now, when we look at it, when we analyse it, let's quickly analyse it. First bet, we had $100 on the felt. We took $100 worth of risk. That's great. We got $100 for our $100 of risk. Our second bet, we had $50 on the felt, but we got $100 return. So when you actually look at it from a risk, bankroll risk perspective, forgetting about, you know, yes, you've won a bet and you've parlayed it up, but when you actually look at it from the bet, you know, it's money in action. You put the money on the table, you parlayed it, you took a little bit back, took a bit of risk out, and now you've got a return. You've only risked $150 over two bets. You've come back with $200 a win. That's actually a really nice return. So it's a really good thing. So this guy says, well, great, I'll leave that 100 there, sorry, that 50 there. If I get it, that's great. It's a bonus that'll allow me to start, that'll effectively allow me to start the next round for free. This guy's going to go, I really need this third hit. I really, really need to win it. Because if I don't win it, all I've got was a lousy $50 for all that risk I took. But when he gets it, well, it's fantastic. He's made a good return. On the 8. And we've got 7 out. Nice quick 7 out. Can't ask for better than that when you're on the don'ts. Can't ask for better than that. So this time this player has prevailed, and he's looking over at this guy going, is that all you made, mate? Is that all you did? That's nothing. That's all right, we'll keep playing and we'll see what happens again. He's ended up at basically $100 more than what this guy. Well, actually no, sorry, I lie. It's a little bit more because he's got a little bit more in his rack here. So yeah, let's say it's 350 versus 200. It's still not bad, right? Both players have done okay. 350, 200. Personally, I actually don't mind making 200 in those 2 hits. I really don't mind it, given I had $100 worth of risk and then only $50 risk on the second one. And I've made 200, that's pretty good. On the 8, again. Five. Back to back. Aces. 4. 6. And we made the 8. So this is starting level. So this guy, you know, both of them, they effectively paid for their starting wager from their profits, all right? So we'll go up again. 100 here. Let's get some new dice. Oh no, it's the same shooter, sorry. on that 8. Four, 10, 10, back to back. I think that's an 8. So shooters made their point twice on the 8. So here we go. Start over, same shooter. He's on the 9 this time. Ten. 10. He's loving that 10. It's midnight. A hard 4. And we made the point. That's third point. It's a pretty hot shooter. Don't mess with him. He's just taken away $300 worth of profit. And so now we're down in the hole again. Both players are down. This player is still up $50. If I take that back, he's up $50. But this player here, he's down. He's down 100. So this guy's up 50. This guy's down 100. Because remember, we got to the end of our progression and we got it 3 times. So we've had a streak, nice streak of wins for the pass line player. On that 8 again, I don't know what it is, but it's a bit scary. He keeps hitting it. Yo. 5. 4. 5. 10. And he's hit his 8 again. Man, that's 4 points. You don't see that all the time. But we've got a hot shooter. And this is the thing, if you don't follow trends, then sometimes this is what happens to you. You just keep getting beaten up by the one shooter. So this is 4 points he's made. Now, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. So at least we got a come out winner there. So we'll take that, gladly take that, especially when it's going against us so badly. So both players basically take $50 of risk off the table, but they've left 50 and parlayed that on top of their win. On the 9, it's nice to see a different number. This shooter's does worry me. Seems like he can hit almost any number. 10. 10 back to back. And seriously, the number of 10s we have had before a 7 is kind of alarming as well. We've had so many 10s and no 7s. 12. 4. This guy seriously seems to be not able to roll a 7. It's been a long roll without seeing a 7. 5. 8. It just keeps going. Finally, there are 7s on this dice. They actually do exist. Alright. Both players win their 150. So where do we go different? Well, this guy takes his bet up another unit and racks the 100, which basically is the remainder of his risk plus a unit. So he's up 1 unit. This guy says, I'm just going to leave 1 unit there, and I'm racking up some money. All right. So he's just racked himself $200 total. I'll get it back in greens because I think it's a little bit more easy to see. So this guy's just saying, well, I'm going to get some new dice, new shooter. I'm just happy to get my starting, basically my seed money for the next series. If I get that, I'm happy. This guy's saying, I actually really need this win. So it'll be interesting to see if we get to the third level again, because the only time we've actually got to the second level, every time we got to the second level, we've always got the third level as well. And that's actually not going to happen all the time, but sometimes it just happens that way. Well, not today, not this roll. We hit the point, so that guy kind of lost his chance. Well, we saw it work for him that time, but this time it didn't. So not great, because now they're basically neck and neck, break even the same. They've literally got the same bankroll now, identical. So it is going to be a bit of swings and roundabouts. 4. Oops. And 7 out. All right, both players make their $100. So he'll have to bring that back, go to the 3-unit level, take the puck off, new shooter, new dice. Oh, we're on the 4 again. Six. And there's our 7. So a nice little run there on the don't. Nice run. All right, so 150 to both players. So this guy goes, great, I'm going up. Rack a unit of profit plus my other unit of risk that I had. This guy says, I'm out of here. Taking 200 back. I'm just leaving 50. If I get that, then I'm happy. That'll allow me to start the next series for free. 5. 9. 8. 4. Came hard. 9. 'Yo. 'Yo. Back to back. 9. And there's that 7. This guy's doing a happy dance because he got to the end of it this time, so he gets 2 black ones. And this guy just gets his 50. So he's kind of happy. He's racked up a fair bit. Let's see where he's at. All right, so chuck that in. All right, so his profit, what's he got? 450, nice one. Happy with that, go home, $1,000 bankroll, 20% is what your target should be. You've made almost half your bankroll. It's time to go. This guy here, he's made 200, 300. Bit more conservative, but still 300 bucks is a solid win. And you are going to get this one win more consistently. This one's going to not win as consistently because you don't always get those 3 back-to-back hits. But today, he actually did really well. So both players have locked up a solid win, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so let's try again. Maybe we'll try the pass line this time. Let's try pass line. On the 10, terrible number to be on, but doesn't mean it won't happen. 8, 5, oops. Of course, I hit the chip rack, but that obviously brought the 7 on. Oh, we'll try again. Geez, we're having a bad time on the pass line. No come out winners and getting all the outside numbers. Pretty rough start. But we got it. You don't always miss them. That time we got it. So both players get their 100. Both players press up, and they take half their risk back. Come out 7. That's a beautiful thing. All right, so what do we do here? This guy presses up, racks the 100, which is basically 1 unit of profit plus the 1 unit of risk he's taken off. So he's got no more risk out of his bankroll, and he's got 1 unit of profit, so 50 bucks profit. This guy here is going, I'm taking all this back. There's my 1 unit of risk, and here's my $200 of profit. So I don't care really what happens, but I've got a toe in the water. If something nice comes along, then great. I get to start my series for free. 5. 9. Fortunately got the 7. Didn't quite get there. So the other player's kind of scratching his head now, and he's thinking, oh, I was really thinking I was going to get that, but didn't quite get there. It's all right. Start with the black. See how we go. Got a yo. Can't ask for more than that. That's a solid win. I'll pay it in greens. I'll rack up half the win, half press the rest. All right, so 3 units. On the 6, 6 is the point, and we hit it. We get back-to-back wins. That's all we're looking for, is a back-to-back win for one of our guys. The other guy's looking for 3 wins. There's that hard 4. And we got the 6. So this guy's, again, doing another happy dance, because he knows what that means. They both earn the same there, 150 win. But this guy, he's taking it up. He's only going to put the 100 in his rack. This guy's saying, I'm out of here. Got the 200. Got my risk back out as well. And what a tidy $300 profit here. I don't even necessarily care if this wins. I could actually just go home right now. 300 bucks, 30%. That's a solid win, right? 5. 8. Hard 4. 3. 10. Hard 4 again. If you're playing the hardies, you'd be pretty happy there. And that 10, you're on the 10, you'd be happy too. 8. 7. 7, 7, 7. Again, not quite getting there. Not quite able to get there. This guy goes, oh, kiss goodbye to 50, but got my 200 already. So let's see where they are, because it's pretty clear that this guy's dead even. This guy's at the cage. Whoops, take the 3 out, sorry. Put it on the wrong stack there. So, there's our 2 session wins. Basically, we've locked up 300 twice. This guy's had a better win on the first one, but he just hasn't been able to pull that win out and get that nice big win. So there is a difference in how easier it is to make your wins. Obviously, going a 2-3-1 versus a 2-3-4. But you're not going to make those beautiful big wins. You're going to make a solid win on second bet. You're going to make a solid win there, and you're going to do it relatively easily. As you've seen today, it hasn't been that hard to get our two hits. Really not that hard. And you know, if you've had 2 sessions at the casino and you've taken home $600, came with casino with 1,000, you're walking out with 600. 2 sessions. That's good money, right? It's really good money. You're having some fun and you've made $600 in your pocket. It's a fantastic win. If you're playing with a larger bankroll, say you had a 5k bankroll, right? You're coming home with 3k, right? It's still good money. Doing exactly the same thing, it's just different coloured chips, right? So just think about it. If you can play this enough, and you're able to get those couple of wins a few times, and 2 wins is going to come up as often as you see a 5 or a 6. So imagine you could have a place bet where you could put it on both the 5 and the 6 at the same time. As often as you see a 5 or a 6 roll, so imagine you're rolling the dice, there's obviously 36 combinations on a dice that we have, even though there's only the numbers 2 to 12 that we have to bet on, but there's actually 36 combinations that come up. This is basically 9 combinations. So out of that 36 combinations, you've got 9 combinations. That's the same odds as getting back-to-back wins. Back-to-back wins is essentially the same probability as the dice rolling a 5 or a 6, together. So if you could have a concentrated wager, $100 sitting on the 5 or 6, and you're just waiting to try and get that, that's kind of how often it comes up. So despite this guy not making the same money as quick as what this guy did in that second session, still overall a winner, $450. Still overall a winner. So, didn't make any money there, and that's just showing, as I said, it's just showing that it is a bit harder to make that 3 steps. We saw him get there almost, and obviously compared to my 1, 3, 2, 4, getting 4 is even harder again. But you saw sometimes getting 3 is hard, sometimes even getting 2 is hard. Sometimes you just can't get the 2, and you'll go through potentially this, maybe even something like, you might go through that much potentially if it's just a terrible table. But at some point you're going to start to get some back-to-back wins. At some point. So you've seen it there. Both players came away winner, but you'll make your 2 hits quicker. So I thought I'd show that as another variation on the idea of a positive progression. And I think it's worth exploring these. And Pro Craps, or John was saying, especially if playing it on the don't, come out, trying to sort of hedge the come out a little bit. Yes, you can hedge, but hedges always are going to tax your profitability. So I'm not one for doing hedges, really. I don't think that they're worth it over time. You could possibly hedge the yo for $5. It's not a big deal. Hedging the yo, you know, for $5 you're going to win a chunk of your bet back. You're going to get $70 back, maybe something like that. Maybe not every time. If you've had a few rolls without get through, if you're playing the don't pass and you've had a few get through without the yo, then maybe you might think about doing a yo, you know, just in case it does roll. Yeah, $5 is nothing here nor there. Not when you're making, you know, $600. You know, even if you did 100 of, even if you did 20 of them, you know, it's still only $100 off, so you're still up $500. So it's not a big deal, and you may save a bit of your bankroll by doing it. So yeah, but if you're going to try and cover the 7, that's where it starts to get costly, right? And there are options there. You could do layer crosses, hop the 7s, any 7, whatever you've got. You can do those kind of bets, but they are going to tax. So I don't really think it's going to pay off in the long run doing that. So, but anyway, 2 progressions head to head. They're both good. What are my thoughts on this versus the 1-3-2? I still like the 1-3-2, believe it or not. I actually still like it, but I actually think, you know, that this one's going to give me a better return. Gets my risk out a little bit sooner. I get half my risk out on the first hit. I really like that. So even though I'm putting more risk up front, so the downside of this is I'm actually putting potentially a bigger bet. But if that's worrying you, then just halve your unit size and put the same amount as you would playing the other way. So it doesn't really worry me, because remember, you're playing a 2-3-4. It's really the same as a 1, 1.5, 2. The ratio, that's the ratio 1, 1.5, 2. And remember, we're comparing that with a 1-3-2-4, or sorry, a 1-3-2. So 1-3-2 versus 1, 1.5, 2. You can see that playing the 2-3-4 is actually less risk than the 1-3-2. But remember, if we're playing this at putting 100 on the felt, it's 2 units because we're playing $50 units. We're effectively we're playing the 1, 1.5, 2 at basically $100 unit level. So if you bring it down to a 50. Just gets a little bit hard, because then the 1.5 would be 75, and then the 2 would be 100. Right? You can play it that way. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Appreciate you watching, and look forward to your comments and feedback. Bye for now.